Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to your energy of the week astrology predictions. I am starting with this new kind of videos. Let's see how it goes. But this video is going to be for January 20 to 26 of 2025. January is a powerful month, and especially this week is very powerful, as we're going to start off with a conjunction between Venus and Saturn in the sign of Pisces. On the next day, on the 20th, the sun is going to enter the sign of Aquarius, and then the 21st is going to make a conjunction to Pluto, which is going to put a lot of spotlight into power struggles, but also empowerment depending on our personal circumstances, decisions, and also our personal charts. On the 24th, Mercury is going to create a positive, harmonious aspect to Uranus. Mercury is going to be in Capricorn, Uranus is in Taurus, but Mercury is also going to create an opposition to Mars in the sign of Cancer, which is retrograde, which can talk about, gaining some sort of mental clarity, but also having some sort of power struggle that can still result in some sort of excitement because of that positive aspect to Uranus in the sign of Taurus. And lastly, on the 26th, Venus is going to be in Pisces, creating a harmonious aspect with Mars, which can talk about a lot of passion, a lot of excitement, and the need and desire to move forward, to be driven, to be happy, to feel excited. Keep in mind that Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces, but it's still affected by the energy of Saturn and Neptune, especially because now it's going to be between the two. So sometimes we're going to feel like we have all these things to take care of, all these responsibilities, and other times we're going to feel so optimistic and feeling like we can do it all. I think this is going to be a very pivotal and important week. A lot of us are going to make decisions, especially with the conjunction of Venus to Saturn, decisions that are going to be impactful. Some of us are going to be more down to earth about our approaches. Others of us will decide to separate from certain situations or individuals. I think we have a wonderful week ahead of us. So before you listen to this video, keep in mind that I'm a Western astrologer and I follow tropical zodiac. If you want to show some support, you can do so by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. Thank you so much for the comments asking where I am and if I'm okay. It's been a tough period and very busy period for me. I do have a full-time job that is very demanding, but I'm glad to be back. So thank you so much for caring about me. Now, without further ado, let's start with the 12 zodiac signs. I wish you the best of luck this week. I hope it's a wonderful one for you. Hello, dear Aries suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your energy of the week astrology predictions for January 20 to 26 of 2025. At the beginning of the week, Aries, we're going to have a conjunction between Venus and Saturn, which are both sitting in the sign of Pisces in your 12th house. This can really talk about taking a very practical approach when it comes to your mental health. I feel like a lot of you Aries may be feeling a bit more gentle when it comes to your mental situation, your mental health in general. This conjunction can also indicate separation with some sort of mental difficulty that some of you may have been dealing with, which I think is one fantastic news. Whereas others of you may feel like you want to spend a bit more time in isolation, kind of hidden from the public eye, away from other people, because you may feel a bit more pessimistic. Saturn can make you feel like you have so much to do and you have so many responsibilities because it does aspect the 6th house of your day-to-day life. So a lot of you may feel like you have so much to do and you have like the weight of the world on your shoulders. So be careful with that. Just remember that, this is a transit after all, and it shall too pass in the near future. However, this conjunction can also talk about working hard behind the scenes to increase your personal finances. Venus is the ruler of your second house. So a lot of your Aries maybe are working behind the scenes in a certain project so that you can have more money, but you're doing so in a very disciplined way and you're kind of isolating yourself too. For others of you, this conjunction can indicate separating maybe from a marriage partner or from a business partner as well, with Venus being the seventh house ruler. And in the 12th house can talk about having some sort of separation from them, but where it is silent, it's not like out there for people to see, it's not loud, it's something that is happening behind the scenes. For others of you, Aries, again, you may take on a more down-to-earth approach when it comes to your relationships, when it comes to your finances. You may be working hard behind the scenes and understanding that to get the beautiful things in life, which is represented by Venus, you have to work hard, which is represented by Saturn. Now moving forward into the week, on the 20th of the month, the Sun is going to enter Aquarius in your 11th house. And then on the 21st, it's going to be in conjunction to Pluto, also in the 11th house. So for a lot of you Aries, this conjunction can indicate maybe power struggles that are highlighted here with your friends, with some of your friends or one of your friends. This conjunction can bring into surface, maybe feelings of jealousy if someone has been jealous towards you. Others of you Aries are really going to put emphasis in your long-term dreams and goals for the future. This conjunction can bring that empowerment that you need so that you can achieve your long-term dreams and goals, so that you can understand what you need to do to become more powerful, even financially, even in your networks, to get to know more people, to come across as powerful but also intimidating in your circles of friends and into the people that know you. This conjunction can also bring empowerment when it comes to your love life. The Sun does rule your 5th house. So for some of you Aries, this conjunction can indicate the need to transform in the way how you have fun, how you entertain yourself with a romantic interest, or also with your friends, or also with your children if you have children. For others of you Aries, this conjunction between the Sun and Pluto can indicate a need to remove self-sabotaging patterns and fears and traumas that you've had in the past that could be influencing the way how you build your friendships with other people, the way how you put yourself out there in the world, the way how you approach your long-term dreams and goals and what you desire to accomplish. Pluto rules your 8th house that is related to fears and self-sabotaging patterns. So this conjunction can bring into the surface those things that are not serving you anymore and the needed desire to transform yourself in a way that and to transform your goals in a way that aligns more with your authentic self and the purpose that you want to have in this lifetime. Some of you Aries might really become famous with this conjunction, might be in the spotlight. You might get into the masses, catch their attention, especially if you're big on social media, if you're big in these platforms that achieve a lot of or reach a lot of people, you might definitely get the spotlight. But not only, in any industry that you are in, some of you Aries might become popular and famous during this conjunction. On the 24th, Mercury in Capricorn in your 10th house is going to make a trine to Uranus in Taurus in your 2nd house. And it's also going to be in opposition to Mars in Cancer in your 4th house, which is actually retrograde. So there might be some important conversations here happening with family members or with authority figures. Some of you may gain mental clarity when it comes to your career, when it comes to the place that you want to live in. For some of you Aries, and others of you may really understand that maybe you want to live somewhere else, or you want to get a new house, or you want to live with new people, or you want to change your industry, your career. You may gain a lot of mental clarity about where you want to be headed in your life, in your home environment, in the environment that you are in on a daily basis. And as you have these conversations that could be happening with family members or authority figures, you may feel like your self-confidence increases and your self-understanding is deeper, is higher with Uranus in the 2nd house of your self-worth. Some of you Aries may feel a little detached emotionally as you have these conversations, But at the same time, some of you may expose maybe accumulated anger or hidden anger that you've had in your heart. You may be bringing that to the surface so that you can express them, and these emotions can be tied to a family member or a colleague, because Mercury rules your sixth house, or these emotions can just be related to your personality, to your identity. I mean, Mars is your ruler. So anything that you've accumulated within yourself might be brought to the surface during this time. And these emotions may be a little bit exposed, meaning that other people can see them. So be careful in expressing something that maybe you don't want to. But at the same time, you're going to get the mental clarity, I feel like, with this opposition between Mercury and Mars. And like I said, your self-confidence could be increased, could be improved with the positive aspect to Uranus in your second house, but not only, also your personal finances. Some of you, Aries, might even have important conversations with an authority figure, and that could be affecting also your finances in a positive way. On the 26th, Venus is going to be in Pisces in your 12th house, in a positive aspect to Mars in your 4th house. So a lot of you Aries may feel like you can heal at the emotional level, or you may feel driven to be excited again, to be passionate about life again, to see the world in a more spontaneous way and exciting way, so that you can heal at the subconscious level, so that you can also feel like you can connect with the universe, with God, in a more profound way, in a healing way, in a positive way. Venus is exalted in Pisces, but it's still feeling the energy of Saturn and Neptune, especially because now it's between both of them, both of these two planets. And so in the 12th house, it may highlight this need to heal at the subconscious level, to connect with God and the universe, but you may still be doing so in a practical way. You may switch from wanting to be realistic about your life, and also the desire and optimism of healing and connecting with the universe in very profound and deep ways. Mars in the 4th house of your emotions may give you the drive to heal yourselves at the emotional level. Now, for others of you Aries, this trine can indicate the wanting to relocate somewhere far away, somewhere abroad. Some of you might be achieving this when Mars goes direct, or when it gets out of the shadow period or the shadow area of your chart. So some of you may be definitely considering buying a new house, relocating, going somewhere else, and especially somewhere far away with Venus in the 12th house. And then others of you, if you're not going too far, then you may have the desire to change your home environment, to transform it in a way that makes you happier in general. This is what I have for you Aries for this week. I wish you the best of luck. Please let me know in the comments how things are going for you, and if you want to show some support, you can like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello Taurus suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your prediction of the week for January 20 to 26 of 2025. We do have a jam-packed sky, Taurians, and you are one of the most impacted signs that is going to feel the energy of this week the most. That is because we do start the week with a conjunction between Venus and Saturn, which are at around 16 degrees in the sign of Pisces in your 11th house, which can make a lot of you Taurians really focused on your long-term dreams and goals for the future. Now, some of you are going to feel like you can achieve just anything. You can achieve a lot of things as long as you are disciplined and you put in the work. Others of you may feel like you have the weight of the entire world in your shoulders during this week. And of course, Venus is your ruling planet, but it is also the planet of love. So if some of you may feel like you don't deserve as much love, or love is tough in general and you have to sacrifice a lot, or you have to be in a different way to receive love, then just know that it's just a temporary transit. That is not your entire reality. The conjunction between Venus and Saturn tends to bring that kind of feeling. So some of you may really feel like you have so much responsibilities in your love life, or maybe obstacles, or you may feel cooled off maybe with a romantic interest, a romantic partner also. And then if you don't have somebody romantically in your life, then this transit can also bring some focus in your finances. Venus again is also the planet of finances, and it is your ruler, and the 11th house in itself is also the house of financial rewards. So some of you Taurians are going to put in the extra work to earn some money for yourselves. Or maybe you're going to create a schedule or some sort of list or some sort of practical way to resolve your financial situation, and to potentially make more money for yourself. But this conjunction to Saturn does bring a lot of realistic expectations, and sometimes it also brings pessimism. So keep that in mind. If you feel pessimistic about your finances, again, this is a short transit. I mean, it's a bit longer, because Venus is going to go retrograde and meet Saturn a couple more times in the sky. But I think it's really going to teach a lot of you to take care of your personal finances. And it might also make you that you need to put in the work, to make you understand that you need to put in the work so you can get financial rewards. And these financial rewards can be tied to your personal career. They can also be tied to your investments as well. Some of you Taurians this week may also have some sort of fallout with a colleague if you are in the work market, because Venus, after all, rules your sixth house as well, of your colleagues, of people that you work with. So you may have some coldness built in that department, but of course it's not going to be as long lasting. It's not forever. This is just a temporary transit. The thing is, though, that when we have the eclipses in this house of yours, which I've made a whole video about, you can go out there and check that out. Maybe you're going to feel how your relationships with coworkers are affected after this important transit in the sky. At the beginning of the week, we also have the sun entering Aquarius in your 10th house. And then the next day on the 21st, we're going to have a conjunction to Pluto in your 10th house. So a lot of you Taurians may encounter maybe some power struggles with authority figures. Some of you may find out scenarios that have been happening kind of behind the scenes related to your career, to your public reputation. Some of you may have some power struggles related to some real estate, and then others of you might have to become emotionally more empowered, but in a way that there can be some situation that brings into the surface your emotional struggles, or it can make your emotions visible to the world, visible to the other people. Some of you Taurians are also going to have maybe some sort of secrets exposed, maybe lies, maybe deceits, especially of other individuals. Maybe they are going to be brought into the surface. If you've had your own secrets, maybe this transit also going to bring them out and other people can learn about them. Some of you Taurians may also have some sort of transformation in your public status, in the way how other people view you, in the way how they see you. And others of you might have some sort of event at work. If you're in the workplace, if you have an authority figure at work, maybe there's something that goes on in their lives that is sort of exposed and it's seen from others, but it also somehow affects you. Now, moving forward, Mercury in Capricorn in your 9th house is going to make a trine to Uranus in Taurus in your 1st house. This is going to happen exactly on the 24th, but the energy is going to be felt the entire week. At the same time, though, Mercury in Capricorn is going to be in opposition to Mars in Cancer in your 3rd house, and Mars, as we know, it's retrograde here. Some of you Taurians might be thinking about making some long-distance travels, even some plans related to it. Uranus in your sign is bringing that excitement that you have about these long distance travels. But at the same time, Mars in Cancer maybe is having some of you move slower in this planning, or hold back a little bit, think and rethink all the steps that you need to take. Mars is retrograde in Cancer here, and it is not as strong to take action. For others of you, if you're interested into getting into a higher education institution, then this transit can indicate that you are really thinking about it. Maybe you're putting some money into that, maybe applying for these things. But at the same time, you are making a lot of reflection at the mental level, maybe analyzing a lot of details, a lot of things, so that you can make this happen for you. Others of you Taurians during this week might meet individuals that advise you in one way or another, that have some sort of knowledge in any industry that you are in. And you may have some sort of communication with it, maybe some sort of aha moment within this individual that may make you rethink certain things about your life, with Mars retrograde again in the 3rd house. And Mars is going to go direct and retouch this point. So there's something important that a lot of you may be thinking about. Some of you Taurians may be also thinking about legal matters, maybe some sort of court-related issue, and maybe you discover something that can be very important related to that. And again, it makes you rethink all the details, situations associated with this legal matter. Now, moving forward on the 26th, Venus in Pisces, your ruler, is going to be in the 11th house, as we know, but in a trine to Mars retrograde in Cancer in your 3rd house. And I kind of like this energy. This is how we end the week with. Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces. I mean, it is close to Saturn and to Neptune, so it is not the normal Venus. But some of you Taurians are going to take action into some important issue in your life by keeping in mind some sort of long-term dream and goal that you may have for the future. If you feel like something or someone is on the way to achieve some sort of dream of yours, maybe you're going to remove that individual from your life, or you're going to take some sort of action to correct it. Others of you may be really thinking about the financial side of your lives. I mean, with Saturn in the 11th house, a lot of you maybe have been working really hard to fix the financial situation in your lives. So Venus here is also going to put a lot of emphasis on it. But I mean, with this trine to Mars, maybe a lot of Taurians are going to take action to fix this financial situation, or to add more finances to you, or to improve your streams of income, whatever you do to make money and to receive financial rewards. Some of you Taurians may have very important communication happening with your partners as well, related to where you see yourselves in the long run, because Mars rules your 7th house. Some important communication happening, but maybe to where you come to some sort of mutual understanding and you get on the same page about where you want to be together in your relationships. This is what I have for you Taurians for this week. I wish you the best of luck. I really hope this is going to be a beautiful week for you, and hopefully with events that are going to make your life better. Please, if you want to show some support, remember to like, subscribe, and to share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from this. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Gemini suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your energy of the week astrology prediction for the week of January 20 to 26, 2025. We do start the week in an important energy in the sky. Venus is going to be in a conjunction to Saturn at 16 degrees in the sign of Pisces in your 10th house, Gemini. So you may be one of the most impacted signs for the fact that this conjunction is happening in an angular house for you, and also in the most visible house of your chart. So a lot of you Geminis may have some sort of aha moment when it comes to your career, public reputation, and authority figures in your lives. Some of you may have some sort of communication that you may be doing or receiving from an authority figure related to your finances. Maybe some of you Geminis will have some sort of discussion related to expectations that an authority figure may have towards you, to have you have more discipline at workplace, or to talk about finances together. Now, this conjunction to Saturn, of the financial planet to Saturn, may indicate that maybe there is not as much, exciting news associated with your finances, but at least there is some sort of discussion or some sort of clarity regarding the steps that you need to take career-wise to improve your finances or to become a bit more disciplined in the workplace. I'm not saying all Geminis are not disciplined at workplace, absolutely not, but maybe there's an authority figure that will want to discuss these things with some of you Geminis. Venus rules your 12th house, so some of you may have some sort of discussion happening with an authority figure that could be related to events happening kind of behind your back that you're not aware of. So be careful with that. Be careful from hidden enemies. Don't keep your guard down during this week. As we continue though, on the 20th, Sun is going to enter Aquarius in your 9th house, and on the 21st is going to make a conjunction to Pluto in your 9th house as well. So a lot of you Geminis may be putting a lot of emphasis in higher knowledge. A lot of you may be sitting down for long hours learning and absorbing information on things that are important to you. And this is going to be emphasized especially for the rest of the month, but especially this week because the Sun does rule your 3rd house of your thinking process, of the things that you learn, and it is transiting your 9th house, which is the house of higher knowledge. So a lot of you are going to put on a lot of emphasis on studying things or on asking other people for knowledge, especially individuals that are professional in whatever areas that you are interested in. Others of you Geminis maybe are going to put some emphasis on legal matters during this week. Maybe talk about details related to it, dive deep and do a lot of research in these legal matters. And if you don't have anything like that, then this week can also talk about transformation when it comes to your perspective about life, when it comes to your belief system, the way how you view the world, the way how you think about things outside of yourself. And this conjunction of the Sun to Pluto can bring that sort of transformation in your 9th house matters, can bring a lot of deep understanding and looking at both sides of the coin in whatever area that you are interested in, that you want to learn about, that you want to increase your knowledge on. If you are interested in some sort of higher education or you're going through school right now, then this conjunction can indicate diving deep into topics that change your perspective forever, that make you really understand and view the world from a different point of view, from a different perspective. Especially with Pluto here, transiting the 9th house for a very long time, and the Sun meeting the Pluto here every year, you're going to have a lot of transformation in your perspective. So, this is like the start of it with during this week. Now, as we move forward, on the 24th, we're going to have Mercury, which is your ruler, in the sign of Capricorn in your 8th house, forming a trine to Uranus and Taurus in your 12th house, while making an opposition to Mars in Cancer in your 2nd house, which, as we know, it is still retrograde. Around this time, some of you Geminis may be thinking about your shared resources and finances that you have with someone else. Your financial access is really activated during this week. So some of you may be revising your shared resources that you have with someone else, kind of thinking how much money you're putting in, how much money they're putting in, thinking on when to invest your money, what to do with them, the way how to budget. Things like that can be really emphasized during this week, and you may be the initiator of these discussions, with again Mercury being your chart ruler. Some of you may also receive some sort of aha moment and discovery related to your finances, maybe to invest your money in a way that you didn't think about before, or to invest maybe secretly from the rest of the people that know you, to put money into something that other people don't know as much, or to save money in a way that other people don't know about, to open an account, close an account. Things like that could be happening during this time as well. Others of you Geminis around the 24th maybe are going to focus on the shadow side and your psychological shadow or psychological state Uranus is in the 12th house, which is a mental house, and then Mercury, your ruler, is also in the 8th house, which is also a mental house. So these two planets are communicating with each other, but in a way that it is harmonious. So a lot of you may be understanding your self-sabotaging patterns during this week, maybe things that have been holding you back and blocking your progress. Others of you may be realizing what could have been blocking your financial rewards or the way how you can make money, and Mars in your second house may be helping you understand these things as well. Maybe helping you realize that your finances maybe need to be more organized, or you need to spend a bit more money on something and less on the other thing, or be maybe a bit spontaneous about spending money in a certain area of your life and maybe less on another one. So Mercury is helping a lot of you Geminis to understand and be driven when it comes to your financial situation. And Mercury in the 8th house may be helping you understand also things at the energy level, at the psychic level, with Uranus in the 12th house as well. What things could be blocking you that are not serving you anymore. So you may be reflecting a lot into these things during this week. Moving forward, on the 26th, Venus in Pisces is going to be in your 10th house, in a trine to Mars, which again is in your second house. So I do like the way how we end this week. Yes, Venus is exalted in Pisces, but it is not in its natural state because of the presence of Saturn. We have Neptune over there, and also Venus can be feeling the energy of these two planets and switching from one to the other, especially as now it is between the two of them. However, this trine to Mars can indicate that a lot of you Geminis are going to take some sort of action related to your career progress. Maybe take some sort of action related to your public status, the way how the people view you, the way how you also have fun, and the way how you enjoy life in general, because Venus does rule your 5th house as well. Others of you Geminis may be thinking about your long-term goals related to your career and your public status, and how you want to be seen into the world, what you want to leave behind, what legacy you want to leave behind into this world, what purpose you have in this world as well. On the 26th, some of you may also have some sort of financial progression, maybe some good news related to your finances. Others of you may feel better about your self-confidence, about your self-worth, because you are getting some sort of recognition in your career and your public status and where you work, in the industry that you are a professional in. This is what I have for you this week, Geminis. I wish you the best of luck. Please, if you want to show some support, you can like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from this. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Cancer suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your energy of the week astrology predictions for January 20 to 2025. I hope you are doing good now, Cancers. After the full moon that we had in your sign, it hit a lot of people very hard, including myself, but it is what it is. It is there to teach us things and for us to become stronger. So I hope that things are going well for you in general. Now, for this new week, though, we're going to start off with a powerful energy in the sky of Venus conjunct Saturn at around 16 degrees in the sign of Pisces in your 9th house. This is actually an energy that could be more on the positive side for you compared to other signs, Cancers, because this conjunction is happening in a positive house. A lot of you may be coming to reality when it comes to your knowledge related to certain areas of your lives. Others of you Cancers may come to reality related to some sort of real estate property that you may have. Some of you are going to enter a legal matter related to real estate. Others of you may enter some sort of higher education institution with this conjunction that requires you to be very disciplined, to be down to earth, to be practical also in the way how you approach it, in the way how you're going to start this new journey for yourselves. Others of you Cancers may be reassessing your long-term dreams and goals for the future in a very practical way, in a very down-to-earth way. There could be a situation happening maybe in one of your relationships that puts you down to earth when it comes to the way how you view yourself in the long run. And I'm talking about, real estate and long run and things like that, because Venus rules your 11th house and your 4th house, and Saturn rules your 7th house. So there could be a partner, a romantic partner, a marriage partner for some of you Cancers that may have some sort of important discussion related to your real estate, related to your long-term plans together, but that can also bring you in kind of down to earth when it comes to the knowledge that you have related to things that you have in common, related to the relationship that you have with each other, but also the perspectives of life that you have in common or differently with this individual as well. This conjunction can highlight differences that you have with someone else or things that you have in common. For others of you Cancers, this conjunction can also bring to attention topics related to finances, especially with a romantic partner. Again, some of you may be involved in some sort of legal issue, legal situation that might probably get resolved after Venus has gone direct, because Venus is going to go retrograde in the sky very soon. Now, moving forward, on the 20th, we're going to have the Sun in Aquarius in your 8th house, and then the next day, the Sun is going to be conjunction to Pluto, again in your 8th house. Some of you Cancers may feel a little stressed when it comes to finances, to share resources that you have with someone else. It could be due to this conjunction that we're having with Venus and Saturn, or it could be related to other topics from past situations. So a lot of you may be a little stressed about shared resources, shared finances. Others of you may be worried about your children, if you have children, because Pluto does rule your 5th house. Others of you with this illumination in the sky may have power struggles highlighted during this week. And if this conjunction brings out the darker side of it, then there could be highlights or lies brought into attention, exposed. Some of you may have plans that could have been happening without you knowing, exposed as well. Reality may be not as exciting, but if this conjunction hits more on the positive side, which it will depend on your personal chart, but also on your personal decisions, then this conjunction can bring mental empowerment. Some of you may really face your fears. Some of you may overcome your fears with this conjunction. Others of you may feel financially empowered. Some of you might become financially empowered. You may be making more money. Maybe your investments are going well during this conjunction. Some of you may earn money through other people's money. Maybe you earn customers or clients that would like to buy your services or the things that you offer if you are in that industry. Some of you may even attract clients that are powerful, that are famous, that are kind of popular in the industry that they're in. That is, if you are in that kind of industry. But if not, maybe this conjunction will also indicate some sort of transformation in shared resources and finances, to where you are completely changing the way how you contribute to your shared resources with someone else, and the way how they contribute as well. And this is Pluto. This Pluto here can bring either empowerment or can bring some sort of crisis in conjunction to the Sun. The Sun does rule your 2nd house, so that's why I think for a lot of you Cancers, you're going to have a lot of attention put into your personal finances and shared resources as well. Now, as we move into this week, on the 24th, we're going to have Mercury in Capricorn in your 7th house, in a trine to Uranus in Taurus in your 11th house, while it is opposite Mars in Cancer in your 1st house. And we know that Mars is still retrograde. There can be some sort of communication around this time with a marriage partner, with a business partner also, somebody that you have some sort of long-lasting relationship with. and you may be somehow expressing accumulated anger, maybe with Mars retrograde in your first house. And so you may have this kind of accumulated anger, but you are communicating it out, you are exposing it. Mercury does rule your third house of communication and also the 12th house of hidden things. So it's either you or the other person that may be exposing some feelings that could have been going on for a while now. However, both of you may be coming on the same terms when it comes to the things that you want for yourselves for the long run. Where you see yourselves in the long run. Do you see yourselves together or not? Do you see yourselves having the same financial goals or not? Now, if you're not into a long-lasting relationship, then this transit can indicate some sort of contract that is being put into attention here, or there's being brought to attention with this transit. A lot of you maybe are taking action associated with it. You're thinking about either getting into a contract or leaving a contract with this transit, always keeping in mind your long-term dreams and goals, and also keeping in mind the excitement that this contract can bring you, because Uranus in the 11th house can talk about excitement and joy and enjoying life as well. So a lot of you may be looking at things in a bigger perspective during this week, especially related to contracts that you have in place. Now, moving forward on the 26th, we're going to have Venus in Pisces in your 9th house, in a trine to Mars in your sign in the 1st house. I do like the way how we're ending the week, because Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces. It does feel the energy of Saturn and of Neptune as it now moves between the two planets. But a lot of you Cancers are going to learn new things, increase your knowledge, but in a way that you can improve yourself, in a way that you can take care of yourself. Some of you Cancers are going to put a lot of emphasis in your physical body also with this transit. Mars in the 1st house is maybe having a lot of you learn new things and be a bit more driven in taking care on the way how you look, in your physical appearance, in the way how other people see you. Others of you with this transit may have increased knowledge related to your personality, to your character, and the way how you want to be seen by others. Others of you Cancers maybe learning a way to decompress your anger, or to maybe learning, which is 9th house, a way to take care of you, to take care of accumulated feelings in your physical body, so that you can kind of get rid of them and have a healthier way to deal with uncomfortable feelings. Others of you Cancers, again, may be dealing with some sort of legal matter that could be related to real estate, a house, or finances, or financial situation. And this transit may be putting a lot of emphasis on it, but in a way that you're kind of driven to resolve this issue, to resolve this legal matter, kind of take action into it as well. This is what I have for you Cancers for this week. I wish you the best of luck. Please let me know in the comments how things are going for you. If you liked and resonated with this video, remember to show some support, to like, subscribe, and to share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Leo suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to the energy of the week of January 20 to 2026 in 2025. We're going to start out the week with an important conjunction between Venus and Saturn, which are sitting in the sign of Pisces in your 8th house. And these two planets coming together may really talk about a lot of emphasis and attention that a lot of you Leos are putting in your shared resources and finances that you have with another individual. Some of you may have some sort of restriction or challenge or obstacle related to your shared resources that you have with someone else, or your investments. Others of you Leos may take on a down-to-earth approach when it comes to your shared resources and finances, to where you become a bit more realistic and also practical and clearer when it comes to how much money you're putting in and how much money the other individual is putting in in your shared resources and finances. Venus is a planet of money, and in the 8th house can talk a lot about a lot of emphasis that is being put in finances. But if you don't have shared resources with someone else, or if you don't have some investments, and maybe this conjunction can talk about a practical approach that a lot of you Leos may be putting at the psychological level, meaning that some of you are going to dive deep into your self-sabotaging patterns, into your fears, into things that maybe do not serve you, or things that have maybe been blocking you when it comes to achieving worldly successes, when it comes to achieving financial rewards, when it comes to having some sort of wealth, especially through other people's money or through investments and shared resources also. Some of you Leos may also have some sort of fears exposed with this conjunction related to authority figures in your lives, or related to your career and public status. This conjunction may bring some sort of situation that doesn't make you feel at ease, or it makes you come down to earth. This conjunction talks about being very realistic. Sometimes it may bring feelings of pessimism and feeling like you're not worthy of having financial success and things like that. If you feel like that, just know that this is a transit, and it's there for to teach you about your personal finances and shared resources that you have with someone else, or to teach you about self-love, about loving yourself the way you are, about having self-respect, about accepting the shadow side of you, accepting difficult situations that maybe have happened in your life that have not been comfortable, but that have also taught you to become stronger at the psychological level so that you can overcome them. Saturn does rule your 6th house, so for some of you Leos, maybe you're going to have some sort of difficult situation with a coworker that exposes either your fears or their fears, or some sort of power struggles, or it may also expose kind of lies or deceits that could have been happening, but this conjunction here is to clear things out. And I think that whatever situation that you may be happening or may be feeling during this time is going to clear out when Venus moves direct in the sky after going retrograde and moving back and forth from Aries to Pisces and then moving direct again. However, now let's move a bit forward during this week. On the 20th, we're going to have Sun entering the sign of Aquarius in your 7th house. And then the very next day, on the 21st, the Sun is going to be in conjunction to Pluto in your 7th house. So a lot of you Leos may be experiencing a lot of transformation when it comes to your partnerships, especially in your marriage, in your business partners, or simply in your long-term contracts. These can be contracts related to your rent, contracts that are related to your mortgage. Anything that you have in paper that you have signed for can be highlighted with this conjunction. So some of you Leos are really going to have some sort of transformation in your marriage or business partnership, or some sort of contract, long-term contract during this week. Others of you may experience power struggles with a partner. Maybe some of you are going to have lies exposed, things that could be happening without you knowing. Pluto has that shadow side also. But at the higher vibration or the higher frequency, this conjunction can talk about empowerment also, especially in your relationships. Maybe there can be some sort of agreement that you're entering that can empower you in your relationships with other people. Maybe you're entering some sort of contract that is very important to you, that is going to transform and change your life for the better, that is going to empower you also. Pluto does rule your 4th house, so some of you Leos may sign some contract related to your house, to your real estate, to your home environment. Others of you may have some sort of agreement that you're entering, or that is being brought into attention with this conjunction. That could be with a family member also. If there have been any corruption or any deceits, things behind the back of yours or somebody else, then they may also be exposed with this illumination in the sky. On the 24th, Leos, we're going to have Mercury in the sign of Capricorn in your 6th house, in a trine to Uranus in Taurus in your 10th house, while also being in opposition to Mars in Cancer in your 12th house. And we know that and that Mars is still in retrograde in the sky. So some of you Leos may have a lot of things to think about and to do when it comes to your daily routines, when it comes to your daily tasks, that can also affect your public status and the way how other people see you. Some of you Leos may have situations at work that you have to address, that you have to put mental efforts on, that affect your career and public reputation. And these situations can be related to things that could have been happening behind the scenes, kind of hidden from you, but you may learn about them, or you may put a lot of effort into certain situations that may have been caused by things that you're not aware of. For others of you, there could be some emphasis put into your physical health. Some of you Leos are going to learn about your physical body, maybe putting some emphasis on it, maybe changing the diet or changing the way how you take care of your personal hygiene, of your physical health. And you're doing so that maybe you can look better, maybe you can build some sort of reputation for yourselves, with Uranus transiting the 10th house for you. But at the same time, you're putting a lot of emphasis on your mental health. Maybe you're driven to take care of your psychological side, of feeling good in your physical body. And some of you may be wanting to connect with, God and the universe and be a bit more spiritual so that you can remove a lot of stress in your physical body also. This opposition between Mars and Mercury may not feel easy, but it might highlight these areas of your lives that you deal with on a daily basis. So you may be very driven to also work behind the scenes into all these things so that you can feel better in your physical health, in your physical body, and also in your public status and career. The 6th house is also the house of open enemies. So some of you Leos are going to have communication with people that used to be your hidden enemies with Mars in the 12th house, and now they are coming out of it. And with Mercury in the 6th house, you might have to do some sort of communication, some sort of built resentment coming to the surface with this opposition and communication that could be happening. But as these communications and power struggles may be going on, it does affect the way how you're seen by other people. It does affect your status and sometimes your career also, depending who these individuals are, if they are at work or if they are in your home environment. With Mars also being the 4th house ruler for you, then whatever communication you have going on might be affecting your public status, the way how you're seen to the world, your career and your public reputation also. On the 26th, Venus is going to be in a beautiful trine to Mars. Venus, like I said earlier, is in your 8th house. It is in exaltation, but it does feel the energy of Saturn and Neptune, especially now that it's moving towards being in between the two planets. So Venus is going to be in a trine to Mars in your 12th house. Some of you Leos may be focused on working on your personal finances, but also your shared resources, kind of hidden from the other people. Others of you may be earning money through foreign lands, through foreign individuals, through customers and clients. If you are in that kind of industry, this trine can indicate being driven to earn that money and being passionate enough to do so. As these two planets are also in the sexual houses, some of you Leos are going to be in the bedroom a lot with this trine in the sky, and you may, have very passionate moments with somebody else. Others of you Leos are maybe going to put a lot of emphasis in your mental health, in facing your fears and self-sabotaging patterns. Others of you are going to connect with God, the universe, to be more spiritual, to feel driven to do meditation, yoga, so that you can feel healed when it comes to your mental health and also traumas that could have happened in your lives. This is what I have for this week for you Leos. I wish you the best of luck. Please let me know in the comments how things are going for you If you liked and resonated with this video, remember to give it a like and to subscribe and to share it with people that you think are going to benefit from it. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, Virgo suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your energy of the week astrology predictions for January 20 to 26 of 2025. We do start the week with an important energy in the sky, Virgos. We have a conjunction between Venus and Saturn, which are both sitting in the sign of Pisces in your 7th house. So that definitely makes you one of the signs that is the most impacted by your energy, Virgos. A lot of you are going to put a lot of emphasis in your marriage relationship, or marriage or your long-term relationships. There can be some sort of approach that is very practical and down to earth with this conjunction happening in your 7th house. Maybe some of you are going to sit down and talk about what you have in common, if you love each other, the way how you flirt with each other, the way how you make each other comfortable. There can be some serious discussions related to your love style. Either you are going to make the discussion with someone else or they are going to make it for you, but there is some sort of realistic approach that could be happening this week in your relationships with other people. For others of you, this week or this conjunction can bring emphasis in the resources and finances that you may have with a partner. Some of you are going to talk about your personal finances. Venus does rule your 2nd house, and Venus is also a financial planet. So some of you are going to have some serious discussions related to finances with another individual. This can be a romantic partner. This can also be a business partner, or an individual that you have some sort of agreement and contract with. This discussion can be related to a contract related to your mortgage, to your rent, to anything that you have written and signed. There can be some sort of discussion happening here. This conjunction between Venus and Saturn can also make some of you Virgos become realistic about your long-term relationships and marriage as well. Some of you may decide to part ways with someone because of this conjunction. Others of you may feel like you're not getting the love that you deserve, or you don't feel like giving the love to this other person. And so this conjunction can put a lot of emphasis in this area, and that way can make some of you part ways with someone. Whereas with other individuals, it could be the other way around, to where you're taking more responsibility related to your long-lasting relationship or to your marriage partner, or with your marriage partner, because you want to turn this into something long-lasting. You want to make this work. You want to be together through difficult moments, but also through beautiful moments. This conjunction can talk about long-lasting contracts, agreements, marriages, relationships. When these two planets are together, it can indicate that you may enter some sort of relationship or have some situation that brings attention into understanding that maybe the current relationship that you're in is the one that it is for you, that is good for you, that is long lasting for you, because you can be together through bad and good. So this conjunction between Venus, which is a planet of pleasure and joy and fun, to Saturn, which is very serious and cold, can put a lot of emphasis in being realistic and down to earth when it comes to long lasting relationships, because it is happening in your 7th house. Now, moving forward during the week, on the 20th, the sun is entering Aquarius in your 6th house. And then on the very next day, on the 21st, is going to be in a conjunction to Pluto in your 6th house. This illumination can indicate having maybe power struggles at work that maybe are not as comfortable, but they do bring the opportunity to transform and to learn about power and to learn about how to manage power and to earn your personal power as well, if you are in the work market, in the job market. For others of you, this conjunction can indicate emphasis being put in your physical health, especially if you haven't taken care of your physical body. So be extra careful This illumination may make some of you Virgos adjust and transform your daily routines and your daily responsibilities so that you can feel healthier in your physical body. And so you can also take care of your mental health, because this also does put emphasis in your 12th house as well. This conjunction in your 6th house can also talk about hidden agendas that could be brought into the surface, related to people that could have been doing things behind your back, especially co-workers, again, if you're in the workplace. But the 6th house is also the house of open enemies, so anybody that doesn't like you in your life, then there could be some power struggle with this conjunction that you might have with this individual. And things that could have been going behind the scenes that you didn't know about could be exposed as well, because the sun does rule your 12th house. Others of you may have some powerful communications on a daily basis, maybe talking to individuals that are strong and powerful, maybe to individuals that or talking to individuals that are intelligent and dive deep into topics that you're interested in, or topics that are related with your daily responsibilities. Maybe you learn from them, maybe they learn from you. There is some sort of very deep communication that could be happening with this conjunction as well. On the 24th, Mercury is going to be in Capricorn in your 5th house, and is going to be in a trine to Uranus in Taurus in your 9th house, but also opposite Mars in Cancer in your 11th house. You're maybe one of the signs that has this opposition in the sky a bit lighter than the rest of the signs, I would say, because this energy can bring a lot of focus on your long-term goals and dreams that you have for your life, for the future. This transit can also bring a lot of attention put into the way how you have fun, the way how you enjoy life. Some of you Virgos are going to think about life in general. Think if you are where you wanted to be at this moment. And you may also be thinking where you want to be in the future, and being driven and taking action into adjusting your life in a way that aligns you with who you want to be in 5 months, in 1 year, in 2 years, in 3 years, depending on how long term you're looking at things. Some of you Virgos may also be going out with your friends during this week. And you may be having fun together, drinking something, talking over coffee, talking over, a drink that you may be taking together. But just be careful from maybe heated conversations, because this is still Mars in opposition to Mercury. There could be, heated conversations with your friends or acquaintance or people that you know or that know you. Be careful if things don't go in the direction that you want them to go when it comes to conversation-wise. Uranus in Taurus in the 9th house, creating harmonious aspects to Mercury and Mars, may be inviting a lot of you Virgos to learn from these experiences and to also look at life in a more exciting way. Your perspective of life and perspective of certain things that you're knowledgeable of may be highlighted and enriched with this transit, with this opposition between Mercury and Mars as well. On the 26th, Venus is going to be in Pisces in your 7th house in a trine to Mars, which is retrograde in the sign of Cancer in your 11th house. I really like how we finish the week with this energy, because Venus in Pisces in your 7th house, it is exalted there, but it still feels the energy of Saturn and now of Neptune, because it is going to be between the two planets. So a lot of you Virgos maybe want to make the right choice when it comes to some sort of long-term relationship, which can be a romantic one or a business one, because you are driven to achieve your long-term dreams and goals for the future with Mars in your 11th house. You are reflecting a lot in who you want to be, what you want to have, how you want to be financially in the long run, with Mars going retrograde in this house. And Venus in the 7th house is having you understand and reassess if you want to be with a certain individual in the long run, or to understand if you are on the same page financially with another individual also. So I feel like a lot of you Virgos may be taking some important decisions during this week related to a long-term relationship, which can be a romantic one or a business one, or some sort of contract that you have in place. Venus in the 7th house when trine to Mars can also bring some maybe positive moments with a romantic partner, maybe to where you're kind of on the same page if you want to be doing the same thing together in the long run. You know, there can be some sort of communication here or understanding related to also your finances, because Venus rules the 2nd house for you. So a lot of discussions with a significant other or a business partner regarding your financial rewards and also your long-term plans and dreams for the future. This is what I have for you, Virgo, for this transit. I wish you the best of luck. If you want to show some support, you can like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. I will see you now on the next video. Take care. Hello, dear Libra suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your energy of the week of January 20 to 26 of 2025. We're going to start the week in an important energy and potent energy in the sky, Libras. And of course, you are one of the most impacted signs because Venus, your ruling planet, is going to be in conjunction to Saturn at 16 degrees in the sign of Pisces in your 6th house. This conjunction can bring a lot of emphasis in your daily responsibilities, Libras. A lot of you may feel like you have the weight of the entire world on your shoulders with this conjunction. Some of you are going to become very realistic, though, on the daily expectations that you have with the tasks and the routines that you do and run on a daily basis. Some of you may also have some important conversations happening with a co-worker at your job if you are in the workplace. But this conjunction can bring into attention maybe some fears and some shadow side of your relationship that you may have with co-workers. This conjunction can also indicate a fallout maybe with a co-worker, again, if you are in the in the job market. Whereas for others of you, this conjunction can bring a lot of emphasis in your physical body, in your physical health. Some of you Libras may be understanding and realizing that maybe a certain diet or a certain food or certain food that maybe brings joy and satisfaction to you maybe is not as good for your physical health. So this conjunction can bring some sort of situation that makes you realize that, and also kind of leave behind this sort of food that is not good for you. For others of you Libras, this conjunction can also indicate some sort of struggle when it comes to your health. So be careful when it comes to your personal health, and make sure to take some practical steps to enhance it. It's good to spend money maybe a little bit on good and healthy food, on good hygiene, on the way how you take care in your health. Is, you know, because Venus is a planet of finances after all. So maybe with this conjunction, you're going to realize that you need to spend a bit more or a little less, because this is Saturn after all, when it comes to your physical health. For others of you Libras, maybe you're going to have somebody helping you financially to complete your daily routine, some sort of responsibilities that you have on a daily basis, or the other way around. Some of you may have some kind of fallout when it comes to shared resources and finances with someone else that affects you on your daily basis, that affects you in your daily tasks, in your daily responsibilities, because Venus also rules your 8th house of shared resources and finances. Moving forward into the week, on the 20th of January, we're going to have Sun entering the sign of Aquarius in your 5th house. And then on the next day, on the 21st, the Sun is going to make a conjunction to Pluto. Some of you Libras are going to have power struggles with one of your children with this conjunction. The Sun here is making illumination, is bringing it to attention and putting a lot of emphasis in your relationship with one of your children or all of your children. And with the presence of Pluto here, there can be power struggles that are exposed, or there can be maybe lies and deceits, if this reflects in the lower vibration. If it's in the higher vibration, then this conjunction can bring empowerment of one of your children. Maybe they come into power, maybe they become an authority figure, maybe they advance in their career, in their reputation, in their public status. Maybe they are in the stage, they are in the center of the attention. Something could be happening in their life that empowers them in one way or another. For others of the Libras, this conjunction can indicate maybe lies and deceits that come into the surface related to a romantic interest that you've had, maybe somebody that you've been dating for some time now, and there could be, something brought into attention here. For others of you Libras, you may be deciding to get a bit more physical with a romantic interest or a romantic partner. And then others of you maybe are going to have some deep transformation related to your creative skills and creative hobbies with this conjunction. Some of you are going to accept the need to transform the way how you go about a certain creative skill that you have or hobby that you have. If you draw, if you paint, if you do music, maybe there is some sort of transformation that needs to happen so that you can develop this and turn this into something that can be very powerful into your life. And this conjunction is emphasizing that, is putting a lot of attention for you Libras. For others of you, maybe you are going to be the center of the attention. The fifth house is the house of being on stage, of being the center of the attention also. So some of you definitely may be in the spotlight, and you may also feel very empowered as you are doing so. And then lastly, some of you Libras are maybe just going to decide to have a bit more fun, to be outside at night, to enjoy your life, to enjoy yourselves, to be with other people. Some of you may be spending money and going out and about and having fun and enjoying yourselves. You may be doing so with a friend, because the sun does rule your 11th house of your friendships. And you might just decide to have fun, but you might be doing so like late at night. Pluto is a planet that keeps you up at night. It makes you go to the clubs and things like that. But if you're not about that, then this conjunction can just put an emphasis on hobbies and entertainment ways that put emphasis in your mental transformation, in balancing the good and bad in you, in putting a lot of attention in healing yourself psychologically as well, and like removing stress, and also strengthening your self-confidence, because Pluto is also the ruler of your second house. Moving forward now, on the 24th, we're going to have Mercury in Capricorn in your 4th house, in a trine to Uranus in Taurus in your 8th house, and at the same time in an opposition to Mars in Cancer in your 10th house, which is retrograde. So around the 24th, Libras, you're going to have some sort of communication with a family member that is going to put emphasis maybe in your real estate, in your place of living, in the country that you live in, the city that you live in. Some of you are going to have some important discussions, but also power struggles related to your place of living. Others of you may have power struggles with an authority figure in your lives, with an individual that has a lot of power in your life also. And you may have discussions that maybe you agree on or disagree on, maybe heated discussions as well. But these conversations are going to have a lot of importance for your life, because this is happening in an angular house for you. Uranus in the 8th house is having a lot of you Libras earn maybe through shared resources and finances, and earn through other people's money, through investments as well. So as you're having these important discussions, maybe with a family member or with an authority figure, you might also keep in mind the shared resources that you have with them, or shared finances that you have with them, or investments that you have together. And if you don't have these, then you may also keep in mind your own mental health, your own psychological well-being with this opposition. And so you may decide to go one way or another, to decide on something or another with this family member, or a partner, because Mars rules your 7th house. There can definitely be power struggles with a partner as well. But as you're making decisions with this individual, you're also keeping in mind your own well-being, your financial well-being, your psychological well-being as well. For some of you Libras, this conversation could be related to things that could have been happening behind the scenes that you did not know much about because Mercury rules your 12th house, but that are being brought into attention with the opposition to Mars. Some of you may feel very driven to change your public status, to transform your public status, to make some changes also in your industry, at your job, at your work, in your career, in your business also. And this opposition is highlighting the needs and the things that you need to change, maybe also at the emotional level, so that you can manifest outwardly in a more efficient way. There is a lot of mental clarity that could be happening on this day also, with positive aspects to Uranus in Taurus. But at the same time, some of you may be getting a bit defensive in these conversations, or you may have somebody else that feels like that as well. On the 26th, Venus, your ruler, is going to create a trine aspect, a positive aspect with Mars in your 10th house. And I kind of like this energy because some of you Libras may be trying to amend the relationship that you have maybe with co-workers, at your work, at your job. If you are not in the job market, then this can indicate a desire to take care of your physical body, to be practical about it, to try to heal from maybe a certain health concern, sickness, things like that, because you want to have a certain public status. You want to progress in your career. You want to progress at your job. You are keeping in mind the material rewards with this trine, and you're very driven with Mars in the 10th house to fix your public status, your public career, to become successful at your job, to become maybe an authority figure yourself as well. And this beautiful trine to Venus maybe is having some of you Libras be realistic and take a more positive approach to your daily responsibilities, so that you can have these things in your 10th house progress and actually happen for you. This is what I have for you Libras for this week. I wish you the best of luck. If you like and resonate with this video, remember to give it a like, to subscribe, and to share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from this. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello dear Scorpio suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to the energy of the week astrology predictions for the week of January 20 to 26 of 2025. We do start the week with a potent and important energy in the sky, Scorpios. We have a conjunction between Venus and Saturn at 16 degrees in the sign of Pisces in your 5th house. A lot of you Scorpios are going to maybe break away and remove some sort of way or addiction, or the way how you've entertained yourselves. A lot of you are going to give up on maybe some sort of way that you've been having fun and enjoying life as well. I don't want this to sound depressing, but there's energy can be very good for giving up on addictions that don't serve you, and giving up on addictions that maybe might make you feel uneasy when it comes to your mental health as well. For others of you Scorpios, this conjunction can talk about learning lessons and being down to earth, especially related to risky investments and to financial endeavors that require some sort of leap of faith. For others of you, this conjunction can talk about having some sort of down to earth communication with one of your children, if you have children, in a way that you are talking over things that maybe have hurt you in the past, or that have hurt them in the past, and you're learning from each other. But for some of you, I have to say that you may have some kind of fallout with one of your children, some sort of separation that can be maybe temporary as well. And for others of you, you may have some sort of improved communication or improved relationship with one of your children with this conjunction. Improved in a way that both of you decide to be more realistic, to be down to earth, to be together through tough times as well, and to kind of decide to learn from each other and mature from each other as well. Venus rules your 7th house, Scorpio. So some of you may have also some sort of separation from a romantic partner, from a romantic interest as well. This conjunction can bring more realistic approach to the relationship that you have with them. For others of you Scorpios, this conjunction can also talk about putting a lot of emphasis in your mental health. Some of you may be going towards creative skills and hobbies that help you in your communication with God and the universe and spirituality as well. But these things can be very down to earth, very grounding. This conjunction can also bring pessimism too, I have to say, Scorpios. That is in the 5th house, which is the house of joy. So some of you may feel, pessimistic and like, you have all these responsibilities and you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. You may feel like you have so many things to take care of. And that affects the way how you view the world. That affects the way how you entertain yourself and also have fun. Some of you Scorpios this week may also have some serious conversations with one of your friends. Some of you may put a lot of emphasis in your long-term dreams and goals for the future, because the 5th house does also aspect the 11th house as well. Now moving forward during the week, on the 20th of January, we're going to have the sun entering the sign of Aquarius in your 4th house, and then the very next day on the 21st is going to be in a conjunction to Pluto in your 4th house. Some of you Scorpios are going to have some power struggles in your home environment, I have to say, with this conjunction. Others of you may really be putting emphasis in your public status, which also involves your family members, individuals that you live with as well. For others of you Scorpios, there's going to be maybe a highlighted need to address fears, to address self-sabotaging patterns, emotional traumas. There could be situations happening that may bring these feelings into the surface with this conjunction, and it is happening so that you can transform and become more powerful in your emotions, in your emotional world. And I know that's not like fun and exciting to say, because you already have to learn in this lifetime to master your emotions, because you're a Scorpio. Pluto is your ruling planet. So there could be situations in your home environment that put a lot of emphasis on that. For others of you Scorpios, you may be in the spotlight with this conjunction. The sun is bringing the attention to you as a Pluto person, but you may also feel a bit uneasy in your emotions getting this spotlight. Others of you may experience situations that bring into the surface maybe lies, deceits, things that could have been happening in secret related to a family member. And for others of you Scorpios at a higher vibration, this conjunction can indicate moving, or the desire to move into a new place that makes you feel more empowered emotionally, that lets you express yourself in a more profound and deeper level. Or you could be moving to a new place, you could be moving to a new house, you could be moving to a new country, new city, that can make you feel way stronger, especially, like I said, at the emotional level. Obviously, that's the case just for a few of you, but it can definitely be a possibility with this conjunction. A lot of you Scorpios are going to bring into the surface maybe deep emotions, especially emotions that you've been hiding for a long time. This illumination is no joke in the 4th house. And the sun rules your 10th house, your angular house as well. So whatever you're going to experience in your home environment or your emotional level can also have some sort of effect in your public status, and also in your career and the way how you're viewed into the world. On the 24th of the month, we're going to have Mercury in Capricorn in your 3rd house, in a positive aspect to Uranus in Taurus in your 7th house, but at the same time in opposition to Mars in Cancer in your 9th house, which, as we know, is still in retrograde. A lot of you Scorpios are going to have maybe a lot of mental clarity related to certain areas of your lives, certain responsibilities that you have to do on a daily basis, daily communication also. But others of you maybe may have some sort of power struggles, especially with your advisors, with people that give you some sort of advice or teach you things. Maybe you're going to have some sort of disagreement with that, with this transit. Others of you Scorpios may need to take care of some sort of legal matter with this opposition. However, this legal matter may somehow benefit your relationship with other people, or at least it can make the relationship that you have with others a bit more exciting, or it can cause some sort of change in a contract or agreement that you have already in place. For others of you Scorpios, with this opposition, you may feel very driven to learn new things, to absorb new information, to increase your knowledge, to maybe get a certification, or if you are in school, to learn more. You may be having this mental clarity and emotional detachment, so that you can focus on what you need to learn to progress in your higher knowledge, with Mars retrograding in the 9th house. On the 26th, Venus is going to make a positive aspect to Mars. And Venus, like I mentioned earlier, is in your 5th house, and Mars is in your 9th house. So some of you Scorpios may have a bit more lighter energy by the end of the week, meaning that some of you are going to maybe go out. Venus still, is exalted in the sign of Pisces, but is still feeling the energy of Saturn and the energy of Neptune. Now it's going to be between the two of them. So you may feel like you want to go out and have fun, but you're still going to somehow be restricted. You may either be restricted by rules that you set for yourself, or there could be external challenges or obstacles that don't let you have fun like you used to with the presence of Saturn there. However, this trine to Mars is a positive one, which can indicate a desire and need to learn more, desire and need to explore the world, to change the perspective that you have about life, that you have about the way how you enjoy yourself, the way how you communicate with other people, the way how you connect with other people as well. Some of you Scorpios are also going to go out with your friends. Others of you are maybe going to increase your knowledge when it comes to risky investments and the way how you have fun. Mars is your ancient ruler, so you can be the initiator of all these activities and all these things. You may have this strong desire to learn as much as possible and maybe become powerful and kind of authoritative in whatever industry you want to learn about, you want to dive deep in. This is what I have for you Scorpios for this week. I wish you the best of luck. If you want to show some support for my work, please like, subscribe, share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello dear Sagittarius suns, moons and risings. Welcome to your energy of the week astrology predictions for the week of January 20 to 26 in 2025. We're going to start the week in a very important energy, dear Sagittarians. We're going to have a conjunction between Venus and Saturn, which are sitting at 16 degrees in the sign of Pisces in your 4th house. Of course, that makes you one of the most impacted signs from this conjunction because it is in an angular house for you. A lot of you Sagittarians might have some important conversations happening with a family member. Some of you may really be taking a very realistic and down-to-earth approach when it comes to buying real estate, when it comes to moving somewhere else, relocating, or making certain changes in your home environment. Some of you Sagittarians may be deciding to downgrade when it comes to your house, your home, or you might decide to decrease a little bit the expenses that you put towards your home environment. Others of you Sagittarians may have some sort of separation with a family member, and this does not necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. This can also just indicate a temporary separation with someone because maybe they move out, they have to go somewhere, they travel, for example, and so you're gonna have to separate for some time. For others of you Sagittarians, this conjunction can indicate some emotional coldness also, especially with family members, but not only. For some of you, you may experience this kind of coldness towards your co-workers because Venus does rule your 6th house. Whereas for others of you, you may feel some sort of emotional detachment with one of your friends because Venus also rules your 11th house. For others of you Sagittarians, you may really put a lot of emphasis on your finances, on your money that you have, that you spend maybe for a family member. You may have some important discussions, down to earth discussions, very serious ones also, with a family member related to your money, because the Saturn is ruler of your second house as well. Moving forward during this week, on the 20th, we're going to have the Sun entering Aquarius in your third house. And then on the very next day, on the 21st, it's going to make a conjunction to Pluto, also in your third house. So for a lot of you Sagittarians, you might have to have some important conversations with other people in your lives, but you may also experience some power struggles here with a conjunction to Pluto. Some of you may have some exposed lies, deceits, maybe that are yours, maybe that are somebody else's, especially with Pluto also being the ruler of your 12th house. The illumination that the Sun is bringing here may indicate exposed things that come through news or communication, through a message, through phone calls, with some sort of communication with this conjunction happening in the third house. For others of you Sagittarians, you may be deciding to transform yourselves in your mental abilities, in your communication also with other people. Some of you may feel or may come across as very intimidating to others with this conjunction. Just the way how you talk to other people may intimidate them, may make them feel a bit uneasy also. At the same time, some of you Sagittarians may have some powerful conversations with other people that are power struggles that can also indicate threats, if this energy falls in the lower vibration. But if it falls in the higher vibration, then you may experience some powerful mental experiences here. You may have some strengthened way of communicating and mental power to do your daily tasks, to communicate with other people, but also to increase your personal knowledge and also to learn new things. This conjunction can bring you that mental strength to learn and absorb new information that can also be difficult and hard to comprehend and to understand at first, but you may have the capacity to learn quickly as well. This conjunction can also highlight the need to learn new things, to get some sort of certification that empowers you. And the Sun also rules your 9th house, so you do have a need and a necessity to increase your knowledge, to learn new things, to absorb new information. But like I said, you may have the capacity to dive deep into topics that maybe were a bit difficult for you in the past, but now with Pluto here in the 3rd house, you can do all the research that you need. You can learn about things that need a lot of mental power to do so. If you have clients and customers, then this conjunction can indicate bringing people that are powerful, that are strong in your clientele, attracting individuals that are financially strong, financially empowered as well. Now, on the 24th, Mercury is going to be in Capricorn in your 2nd house, forming a positive trine to Uranus in Taurus in your 6th house, but also creating an opposition to Mars in Cancer in your 8th house, which we know is retrograde. So this can indicate a lot of emphasis and a lot of mental clarity related to your resources and finances, your personal income, but also the finances that you share with someone else. A lot of you Sagittarius may be driven to increase your shared resources and finances or to earn through investments. And with this opposition can indicate or can bring to you that mental clarity that you need to invest in the right things or to make the right budgeting or to think about the way how you're making money, the way how you should invest your money, the way how you should spend it also. There can be a lot of mental clarity and also emotional detachment in the way how you can go about your finances with this transit. For others of you Sagittarians, there can be power struggles happening with this transit in the sky. Power struggles that can bring into attention your self-worth, your self-confidence also. Some of you may be addressing fears, self-sabotaging patterns, maybe addressing the shadow side of your psyche, of your mind, of your subconscious mind. And as you do so, you may feel a bit more empowered when it comes to it, but it also comes with a little bit of pain with the opposition to Mars. Others of you Sagittarians are going to maybe understand that you can increase your self-worth by facing your fears, or others of you maybe are going to understand that you can increase your self-worth by spending more money on yourself, by beautifying your physical body, by buying luxurious things. And you can also heal your mental health in such a way by showing love and appreciation for your self-worth. As you do these things, some of you Sagittarians may also experience some changes in your sixth house matters, but the mental clarity that you gain when it comes to your finances may help in being a bit more flexible in your daily routines, in your daily responsibilities with these positive aspects created to Uranus. On the 26th of the month, Venus is going to be in Pisces, again in your 4th house, but creating a trine to Mars, which is in your 8th house. So for some of you Sagittarians, this transit may talk about being able to communicate with a family member related to your fears and self-sabotaging patterns. Some of you Sagittarians may spend more time at home, being in the bedroom with your significant other, being very passionate as well with this transit. Others of you may think about relocating to a place that makes you feel loved, appreciated, but Venus is exalted here, but at the same time is still feeling the energy of Saturn and Neptune. So yes, some of you may be thinking about moving into this place, relocating this place where you feel happy, but you're also very down to earth in this approach. And the trine to Mars can indicate that you maybe have the financial support to do so. At the same time, you may be wanting to move to a place that puts your psychological mind at ease. This transit of Mars in your 8th house might be making a lot of you Sagittarians be driven when it comes to your mental health, when it comes to feeling comfortable related to traumas and difficult experiences that could have been happened in your life before. So you may have that drive and desire to empower yourself for these difficult experiences you've had in the past. And so this trine to Venus may make some of you Sagittarians come into good terms about these difficult moments, these difficult emotions, but at the same time to be very practical and very realistic about what these things might be bringing to you. Others of you Sagittarians, like I said, may be using shared resources and finances to take care of your house, to beautify it, or to relocate somewhere else. This is what I have for you for this week, Sagittarians. I wish you the best of luck. If you want to show some support for my work, you can like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello, dear Capricorn suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your energy of the week of January 20 to 26 of 2025. We're going to have an important conjunction happening in the sky in the beginning of the week. And of course, Capricorns, you're one of the most impacted signs because this conjunction is between your ruler, Saturn, and Venus. It is happening in your 3rd house in the sign of Pisces. So for you Capricorns, this energy can indicate a need and desire to be very realistic in the way how you communicate with other people. Some of you may feel like you want to be truthful to other people in your communication style. You may feel like you don't want to smoothen out things when it comes to communicating what you want to with them. And at the same time, you may also have this mental clarity that you need to be able to talk to other individuals. Some of you Capricorns may also give or receive news related to your career, to your public status with this conjunction, because Venus does rule your 10th house and Saturn, like I said, is your ruler. Some of you may also have some sort of communication with one of your children with this conjunction that, like I said, is going to be realistic, down to earth. You may have the mental clarity that you need to talk to your children, and you know, if you're also in the market to find a significant other, then this conjunction can talk about being very realistic and down to earth with that individual related to what you want to be together, where you want to go together. If you are in an industry that you have clients, then this conjunction can indicate either taking a more serious approach to bring clients to you, or maybe having less income come from these individuals, because Venus is still a planet of finances. And in the third house can indicate some sort of fallout, maybe with a client or two. But at the same time, this energy is temporary, so don't freak out. This is just a transit in the sky, unless you have other things happening in your chart as well. For others of you, Capricorns, this conjunction can talk about being realistic in your relationship with your siblings and also with your neighbors. Some of you may have some sort of separation with one of your siblings. That doesn't have to be a bad one. It can just indicate that they go somewhere else, they go to school or something, they move somewhere, they go on a trip, and so you have some sort of separation that may be temporary with them as well. Others of you may have the same kind of relationship with a neighbor. Something could be happening that brings some cold feelings towards them or them towards you, or it's simply some sort of separation with them. For others of you Capricorns, Saturn here can also indicate maybe pessimism too. Keep that in mind, that in the third house, the house of your mental thinking and your communication, can bring feelings of pessimism. So be careful, if you feel like the world is just gray and gloomy, just know that this is temporary as well. And this, the Venus is a planet of pleasure and a planet of happiness and things that we enjoy in life. So in the third house, it may make you feel like you're not worthy of happiness. You're not worthy of enjoying life as well. You may feel a bit pessimistic, like I said. So keep in mind that this too shall pass. It's a temporary energy that is going to go away very soon. On the 20th of the month, we're going to have the Sun entering Aquarius in your second house. And then on the 21st, is going to make a conjunction to Pluto, which, as we know, is in your second house. For a lot of you Capricorns, this conjunction can talk about your financial situation. Some of you are going to increase your income to become more powerful and stronger when it comes to the way how you make money. Whereas for others of you, this conjunction can indicate power struggles related to increasing your resources in your personal finances. Some of you Capricorns with this conjunction can feel more empowered when it comes to your self-worth, whereas others of you may have some sort of situation that triggers your insecurities, with the Sun being your 8th house ruler, and that way it kind of creates some sort of crisis in your self-confidence. Like I said, this is a transit, so don't think like it's the end of the world, but the transit is there to make you learn about yourself, your self-confidence, and to transform your self-worth in very profound ways with a long transit that Pluto is going to have in your second house. For others of you Capricorns, this conjunction can also indicate shared resources coming to you, shared finances coming to you. Some of you may receive alimony, some of you may receive child support with this conjunction if you are in any of those situations in your life right now. The 8th house ruler is in your second house, so you do have the power to absorb other people's money, and that way it empowers your personal income. Other people's money comes to you. If you have clients, if you have customers, then maybe this conjunction is going to bring somebody important in your clientele. On the 24th, Mercury in Capricorn in your first house is going to be in a trine positive aspect to Uranus in Taurus in your 5th house, but at the same time is going to be in opposition to Mars in Cancer in your 7th house, which, as we know, is retrograde. So for you Capricorns, this transit can bring maybe some power struggles with a significant other, with your marriage partner, or with your business partner. You may also gain some sort of clarity when it comes to them, when it comes to your relationship that you have with them. These conversations could be related to risky investments also, or financial endeavors that you take that are risky in nature and that you kind of take some leap of faith for. This opposition, though, may also bring some emotional detachment in your relationship with your significant other, if you are in a marriage or in a long-term relationship. Like I said, this can also bring fights, power struggles, so be careful, be aware of them. You may become a bit more defensive, or the other person may become defensive with this opposition. But these discussions are important so that, you and the other person are on the same page. Some of you Capricorns may have to revise some sort of agreement or contract that you have in place. Anything that you have signed on, anything that is written can be brought into attention with this opposition. Maybe you have to think through these details. Maybe you have to bring them back to your attention. For others of you Capricorns, this opposition can also indicate taking care of your physical body, or you might make a partner a bit jealous about how good you look as well. This can also be happening here. And you might be having some strong discussions related to this topic as well. Obviously, this is the case for just a few of you, but could be as a scenario for some of you Capricorns. On the 26th of the month, Venus is going to be in a positive aspect to Mars in a trine between your 3rd house and your 7th house. So some of you Capricorns are finally going to come into agreement with a business partner or romantic partner into some topic that you've had maybe a lot of discussions about, that especially that you had discussions at the beginning of the week with the conjunction between Venus and Saturn. But some of you may feel like you're on the same page, or you feel like you are now driven and inspired to kind of make things work in whatever topic that you have been discussing and talking about. Some of you Capricorns may also want to amend things in your relationship with maybe a business partner or a romantic long-term partner as well. Others of you Capricorns may have that mental clarity to review certain contracts, agreements, or to enter a new one, or to revise these topics in a grounded way, but also in a way that makes you optimistic about the future and about where you want to be in the future, in your long-term dreams and goals that you have, because Mars, after all, does rule your 11th house. This is what I have for you Capricorns for this week. I wish you the best of luck. Please let me know in the comments how things are going for you. If you liked and resonated with this video and want to show some support, you can like, subscribe, and share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. I wish you the best of luck, and I'll see you on the next video. Hello Aquarius suns, moons, and risings. Welcome to your energy of the week of January 20 to 26 astrology predictions. We're gonna start off the week with an important energy in the sky. We have a conjunction between Venus and Saturn in the sign of Pisces in your 2nd house. So a lot of emphasis for a lot of you Aquarians are gonna be put into your personal finances and the way how you make money, and also the way how you spend money. Some of you Aquarians may have to take on a practical approach in the way how you budget, in the way how you spend money, where your money goes, the bank accounts that you have, the way how you share your money with other people, the way how you spend your money as well. There is a need here to be very practical and to be very down to earth when it comes to your personal finances. For others of you, this conjunction can indicate feeling a bit down and pessimistic when it comes to your personal self-worth. Some of you Aquarians may feel like you're not worthy of love, and please don't feel like that, because it's not true. This is just a temporary transit, so keep that in mind. If you feel like you have the you have so many responsibilities and the entire weight of the world on your shoulders, know that this too shall pass. So it's not going to be for too long, but this conjunction can definitely bring those kind of feelings for some of you. For others of you Aquarians, you may have to discuss financial topics with one of your family members during this week, and especially at the beginning of the week, because Venus does rule your 4th house. For others of you, you may be talking with a family member related to your self-worth. If somebody like a parent figure has somewhat affected your emotional world, made you feel unworthy and things like that, then maybe you're going to bring this conversation into focus, and you're going to try to either cool off the relationship that you have with this individual, or to try to make things work despite the difficulties that you may be experiencing with them. For others of you Aquarians, this conjunction can also bring maybe opportunities to make money kind of behind the scenes, and hidden from the public eye. Some of you may be doing projects that you don't tell people about, and this conjunction can indicate a need to work a bit harder to make the money, or to increase your resources, or to increase your finances. Now, moving forward into the month, on the 20th, we're going to have a conjunction between the Sun and Pluto. On the 20th, the Sun is going to enter Aquarius in your first house. So, of course, you're one of the most impacted signs. And then on the 21st is when the conjunction is exact. But, of course, you can feel the energy from the 20th as well. So, a lot of you Aquarians are going to be put in the spotlight with this transit. Some of you may feel like you need to transform and change your entire personality, your character, your identity with this conjunction. Others of you may feel like there is a family member or a significant other that is making you transform yourself, that is influencing you, or even manipulating you to change your personality and your character in one way or another. Now, if you're not in a long-term relationship, then this conjunction can indicate some sort of agreement that you have going on, or some sort of contract that affects the way how you view yourself, and affects the way how other people see you as well. Pluto is the ruler of your 10th house, so some of you Aquarians may also gain the spotlight at work, in your career. Others of you may be the spotlight because of your changed public status. Others of you may just feel like you want to make some changes in your physical body, and the way how you change your physical body is also going to be seen by other people, obviously, because they can see you. But some of you may feel inspired to have a procedure, or to get a tattoo, or to change the hair color, or to make your makeup differently. There's an inspiration here to transform your physical body for some of you Aquarians. On the 24th, Mercury is going to be in Capricorn in your 12th house, and it's going to be in a trine to Uranus in Taurus in your 4th house. At the same time, Mercury is going to make an opposition to Mars in Cancer in your 6th house, which, as we know, is retrograde. So some of your Aquarians are going to have maybe some power struggles, especially with a co-worker, if you're in the work market, job market. Others of you may feel like you need to show your mental power to an individual that you deal with on a daily basis. Others of you Aquarians may have a need to retreat from the world and kind of take a mental break from your daily responsibilities, because you may feel overwhelmed by them, with Mars going for such a long time in your 6th house. Others of you may feel like you want to put some emphasis in your physical body, in your physical health, because Mars here in the 6th house may really make you very inspired to really take care of your physical body, to feel driven, to feel passionate, to go to the gym, to enter a new diet, to take care also of your mental health. So this opposition may bring a certain situation that triggers this need to take care of your health. How the situation is, maybe it's not that easy, because it's an opposition after all, but it may leave you feeling better in your emotional world, and it may make you feel a bit more excited about your daily routines and what you do on a daily basis, because we do have a positive aspect here to Uranus in your 4th house. For others of you Aquarians, there could be some power struggles here happening, maybe with an open enemy or with a hidden enemy. There's an activation between your open and hidden enemies here. So some of you may discover something that could have happened behind the scenes with Mercury in the 12th house. You may be realizing something could have happened behind your back, and then with the Mars in the 6th house, you may feel this desire and need to clarify this thing, or to fight, or to even argue with a certain individual about something that could have happened without your consent, or kind of without your knowledge. There is an emphasis in your career sector, because Mars does rule your 10th house. It also rules your 3rd house of communication. So be careful of wanting to say something that you don't want to say. But Mercury is not retrograde here, so I feel like I feel like a lot of you Aquarians are just going to communicate whatever you need to communicate, and it might be more on the positive side for you. People might also get defensive with Mars in Cancer. I just want to throw that out there. It might also be you who gets defensive in these discussions that you may have with other people. Now, on the 26th, Venus is going to make a positive aspect to Mars. Venus is in your 2nd house and Mars is in your 6th house. So a lot of you Aquarians are going to increase your self-confidence by taking on more responsibilities. Others of you are going to increase your self-confidence by helping or by collaborating with your co-workers if you are working. Others of you may feel like you can have the financial means to improve your physical health, to take care of your body, to get on the right diet, to go to the gym, to take care of your hygiene, to do your skincare, hair care, anything you do to take care of your health. Others of you with this transit can also increase your self-confidence by taking care of your personal health, by feeling more energetic also. This is a beautiful way how we actually end the month, Aquarians, and I like it for you because you may also have good communication with coworkers as well. After that intense energy on the 24th, maybe you're going to feel like you can still be in good terms with this individual. Obviously, you're not all gonna have the same scenario, but these things could be happening for some of you. This is what I have for you Aquarians for this week. I wish you the best of luck. If you like and resonate with this video, you want to show some support, you can like, subscribe, share this video with people that you think are going to benefit from it. I wish you the best of luck and I'll see you on the next video. Hello dear Pisces, Pisces suns, moons and risings. Welcome to your energy of the week of January 20 to 26 astrology predictions. You are one of the most impacted signs, of course, with this week. Please do let me know in the comments, Pisces, how things are going for you, because you have so much activation in your 1st house. You have so many planets in your 1st house. I really want to know how you're handling all this concentrated energy. So for this week though, Venus is going to be in conjunction to Saturn in your 1st house at 16 degrees. So you may be feeling like you have so many responsibilities to take on and to take care of also, Pisces. Others of you may feel like you need to set some important boundaries, maybe with a romantic partner, with a lover of yours, with somebody that you really love. Whereas others of you Pisces may feel like you want to be more practical and realistic with your personal finances because you want to be a bit more serious when it comes to your character, when it comes to your personality, and the way how you are seen by other people and the way how they relate to you. Venus is the ruler of your 3rd house and your 8th house. So some of you Pisces may make some important life-changing announcements to other people that can indicate, like I said, separation, or can indicate becoming more serious and setting boundaries when it comes to whatever goal that you have in your life right now. For others of you, this conjunction can talk about maybe shared resources that you have with someone else. Some of you Pisces are gonna use shared resources and finances to take care and to beautify your physical body, but you may be doing so in a very practical way, in a very down-to-earth way. Others of you may feel like you will want to separate your shared resources and finances that you have with someone else, which can be finalized when Venus goes direct in the sky after it has gone in retrograde, which can be in around March or April, something like that. I can't remember now on the top of my head, but Venus is going to go into Aries and then come back into your sign, and it's going to make 2 more conjunctions to Saturn. So a lot of you Pisces might be revising shared resources and finances with Venus being the ruler of your 8th house. Others of you Pisceans are really keeping in mind your long-term dreams and goals for the future with this conjunction. Saturn does rule your 11th house, so a lot of you are setting the right boundaries in place that align you and realign you with what you want to achieve in the long run. And these goals and boundaries can be related to your love life. They can also be related to your personal finances and the finances that you have with other people as well. This conjunction in the first house can make you a lot of more serious, more down to earth, more authoritative, also more decisive, and you can come across as having your foot on the ground as well. Now, on the 20th of the month, the sun is going to enter Aquarius in your 12th house. And then on the 21st is going to be in conjunction to Pluto again in your 12th house. Some of you Pisces are really going to have maybe, if you had situations happening behind the scenes, well, this conjunction is going to bring that into the surface. If you've had some sort of lies, some power struggles, or if you've had manipulation happening behind the scenes kind of without your consent or your knowledge, they can definitely be highlighted with this conjunction. They can be brought into the surface. You may learn about things that you didn't know about with this conjunction that can be very transformative for you. They can kind of surprise you at the mental level, but at the same time, these behind the scenes things need to be there so that you can or this exposed behind the scenes situations need to be there so that you are energetically protected. Some of you Pisces are also going to put a lot of emphasis in your physical health, in your mental health with this conjunction, meaning that you're maybe going to transform the way how you approach to your mental health. Some of you may be even studying and diving deep into understanding the brain, understanding the mind, understanding energies, understanding how things could be affecting your perspective of life, the way how you think, and also your mental health. Others of you Pisces may be really diving deep into whatever topics interest you, and this conjunction can kind of bring the spotlight to you because of this strong interest that you have. Pluto rules your 9th house of your higher knowledge, and in the 12th house can indicate the desire to obtain this higher knowledge behind the scenes, kind of hidden from other people. But then the sun comes in and brings the spotlight into this knowledge that you may have, or into this project that you may be doing behind the scenes, or this late night work that you may be doing behind the scenes. Then you might have some sort of success also related to it. Because it is the sun, it is the planet. It's not a planet, but it is the planet that that is the biggest one in our solar system. So it can bring the spotlight to you in whatever you're working behind the scenes. Some of you Pisces may also earn attention through people from different lands, from faraway lands, individuals that are maybe powerful, that live in faraway lands, far away from you, but you somehow bring them to you, or you have some sort of communication with them as well. Now, on the 24th, Mercury is going to be in Capricorn in your 11th house, in a trine to Uranus in Taurus in your 3rd house, and also at the same time in an opposition to Mars in Cancer in your 5th house, which, as we know, is retrograde. So a lot of you Pisces may have some arguments happening here, maybe with one of your children, if you have children. If you don't, some of you may have some disagreements with your friends, with your networks, with people that know you. And then others of you may have this drive and desire to use your creative skills and abilities to reach some sort of long-term dream and goal that you have for the future. A lot of you Pisces may gain emotional detachment related to what you want to be achieving in the future. And you may become more realistic when it comes to it, and have this strong desire and drive to take action so that you can even increase your personal finances, increase your financial rewards also. Some of you are definitely keeping that in mind as well. This transit can also talk about news you may be receiving that is quite sudden in nature, related to your financial rewards or some risk investment that you may have taken on. Again, you may gain that sort of mental clarity But at the same time, I feel like a lot of you Pisces may need some sort of like meditation to calm your nervous system and to calm down your thinking process, because Uranus in the third house can definitely give you that. And this opposition between the planet of thinking, Mercury in your 11th house, can heighten that even more, can highlight that even more. But generally speaking, I feel like a lot of you Pisces are going to be very driven, very excited to work towards a creative project that might realign you with your long-term dreams and goals for the future. On the 26th, Venus in your sign is going to create a trine aspect to Mars in your 5th house, which I think is a beautiful way to end the month. A lot of you Pisceans are going to feel inspired to maybe improve your relationship with one of your children, to kind of be on the same page together. Others of you may feel driven to do some physical activity, maybe go on a run, maybe go swimming, do all these things with one of your children. Others of you may feel like you may fix and amend some sort of relationship with one of your romantic interests. And then some of you may get even very passionate with a romantic interest as well with this trine. Venus is in your sign, so you definitely may look very beautiful, good looking, attractive as well. And Venus is exalted in your sign. It's still feeling that energy of Saturn and Neptune. Don't get me wrong, these two planets are still affecting Venus here. But with this trine to Mars, I feel like you will have this drive and desire to kind of enjoy life and to be able to go on dates or to have fun with one of your children. And if you're not interested in any of those, then you may feel very driven and excited to use your hobbies and creative skills that you have to kind of benefit your personal image and the way how other people view you. Okay, Pisces, this is what I have for you for this week. I wish you the best of luck. Please, again, let me know in the comments how things are going in your lives. I really want to know how my Pisces are doing. I wish you the best of luck in everything, and I will see you on the next video.